Hello to everyone. This is the Discovery Channel. Our topic for today is about adaptation. The species that we choose is a bee. Busy as a bee, and it's all about bees. Facts about the bees. I am here with my friend JC to introduce to you what is a bee and its facts.
Bees are found on every continent except Antarctica, in every habitat on the planet that contains insect-pollinated flowering plants. The most common bees in the northern hemisphere are the Calicae bees, but they are small and often mistake for the west flies. These range in the size from tiny stingless bee species. Hooters are less than 2 mm 0.08 in long 3 to megachild leafcutter bee whose females can attain a length of 39 mm 1.24 inch. These feed on nectar and pollen, the former primarily as an source and the latter primarily for protein and other nutrients. Most pollen is used as food for their larvae. Vertebrate predators of bees include primates and birds as bees eaters. Insect predators include bee wolves and dragonflies. Bee pollination in both ecological and commercially, and the decline in wild bees has increased the value of pollination by commercially managed. Of honeybees, the analysis of 353 wild bee and hoverfly species across Britain from 1980 to 2013 found ilan insects have been lost from a quarter of the place they inhabit. Human beekeeping or agriculture, many poniculture or stingless bees has been for millennia, since at least the times of ancient Egypt and ancient Greece. Bees have preferred in mythology and folklore. All phases of art and literature from ancient times to the present day, all thought primarily focused in the northern hemisphere where beekeeping is far more. In Mesoamerica, the large-scale incentive meliponiculture since pre-Columbian times.
Now, we are going to talk about honeybees. It's all about honeybees. A honeybee is an asocial flying insect within a genus Apis of a bee clade, all native to mainland Afro-Eurasia. After bees spread naturally throughout Africa and Eurasia, humans become responsible for the current cosmopolitan distribution of honeybees, introducing the multiple subspecies into South America in early 16th century, in North America in 17th century, and in Australia is in early 19th century. Honeybees are known for their construction of perennial colonial nests from wax, the large size of colonies, and surplus production and storage of honey distinguishes their hives as a prize foraging targets of many animals, including honey badgers, bears, and human hunter-gatherers. Only 8 surviving species of honeybee are recognized, with a total of 43 subspecies, though historically 7 to 11 species are recognized. Honeybees represent only a small fraction of the roughly 20,000 known species of bees. The best-known honeybee is the western honeybee, which is the Apis mellifera, which was domesticated for honey production and crop pollination. The only other domesticated bee is the eastern honeybee, which is the Apis cerana, which occurs in South, Southeast, and East Asia. Only members of the genus Apis are true honeybees. but some other types of bees produce and store honey and have been kept by many humans for that purpose, including the stingless bees belonging to the genus Melipona and the Indian stingless of Damar bee, which is the Tritagonula independens. Modern humans also use beeswax in making candles, soap, lip balms, and various cosmetics as lubricant and in mold making for the using of lost wax process. How do honeybees get their jobs? Honeybees all have different jobs to accomplish. Every honeybee has a job to do. Some are nurses who take care of the work, some are the hunters who clean the hive, others are foragers who gather nectar to make honey. Collectively, honeybees are able to achieve an incredible level of sophistication, especially considering their brains are only the size of sesame seeds. But how are these jobs divided up? And where do bees learn these skills to execute them? Unlike in Jerry Stanfield, the bee movie, real honeybees don't go to college and get job assignment from an aptitude officer upon graduation. Instead, they rely on a mixture of genetics, hormones, and situational necessity to direct them. Honeybees are born into occupation and their duties continually shift their response to changing conditions in the hive. Bee is born this way. A bee's job is determined by its sex. Male bees or drones don't do any work. They make up roughly 10% of the colony's population, and they spend whole lives eating honey and waiting for the opportunity to mate. When the time comes for the queen to make her nuptial flight, all drones in other colonies will complete the honor of insemination. They fly after the queen and attempt to mate with her in mid-air. If they mate successfully, they fall to the ground in a victorious death. The queen will mate with up to 20 drones and will store their spermatozoa in her spermatheca organ for the rest of her life. That's where male duties end. When it comes to female bees known as a worker bees make up the vast majority of hive's population, and they do all work to keep it functioning. Females are responsible for the construction, maintenance, and proliferation for the nest and the colony that calls it home. The bee's sex is determined by the queen, who lay eggs at the rate of 1,500 per day for 2 to 5 years. She has the unique ability to designate which egg will develop into female workers and which will become male drones. Why bees are important? Why bees are important, or why bees are essential to people and to the planet. The greatest pollinators, bees are part of the biodiversity on which we all depend for our survival. They provide high quality food, honey, royal jelly, and pollen, and other products such as beeswax, propolis, and honeybee venom. Beekeeping also provides an important source of income for many rural livelihoods according to IPBES. The western honeybee is the most widespread managed pollinator globally, and more than 80 million hives produce an estimated 1.6 million tons of honey annually. and pollinators contribute directly to food security, according to bee experts at the Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, of the United Nations. A third of the world's food production depends on the bees. When animals and insects picks up the pollen of flowers and spread it, they allow the plants, including many food crops, and to reproduce. Birds, rodents, monkeys, and even people pollipate, but most common pollinators are insects, and among them are bees. Bees at risk of pesticides, air pollution, but sadly, bees and other pollinators, such as butterflies, bats, and hummingbirds, are increasingly under threat from human activities. Bee populations have been declining globally over recent decades due to habitat loss, intensive farming practices, changes in weather patterns, and excessive use of agrochemicals such as pesticides. This in turn poses a threat to a variety of plants critical to human well-being and livelihoods. Now, we are going to talk about the life of the queen bee. I am here with my friend Jade to present it to all of you.
The queen bee is a fascinating insect. She is the mother of all the bees in hive, responsible for laying all the eggs that will become female workers bees and male drones. She lives her life inside the hive, attended by worker bees who roam and feed her. How does a queen become a queen? Or if you're only one queen in the hive, let us tell you about her life. Her birth. Female worker bees and the queen bee have the same genes, and any female larva has the potential to be a queen. What makes the queen different is her diet. The life of the queen. After the queen chews her way out of her queen cell, she has some dirty work to do. She instinctively sets out to kill her sisters. The other new queens, she will call to them by piping. She calls out repeatedly with a high-pitched cheer. The other new queens will pipe back, and in this way they can find each other to fight to the death. Even the queens still in their queen cells pipe back, allowing the queen the ability to sting them to death even before they hatch. The assassination of the old queen continues to lay eggs up until the end. Meanwhile, the bees start raising new queens, one of which will replace her. When the new queen is ready to take over, she will find the old queen to supersede her by stinging her to death.